This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No. Y'all,
This
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by. It's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Monday, everybody. That was Dolly Parton, of course, singing her big hit 9 to 5 at the Thanksgiving halftime show. Dolly, who is 77, by the way, dressed as a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, as you can see right there, and sang some of Queen's greatest hits, like We Are the Champions and We Will Rock You. And speaking of rocking out, Dolly's new album, Rockstar, debuted at number 3 on the Billboard chart, making it her highest charting album ever. One of, guess how many? Do you know how many albums she has put out? This is a great
50?
trivia question.
I guessed 50 earlier.
Okay, that's a good, well, I know, we said it during the meeting, so we all know.
Yeah.
65
I mean, that
albums.
in itself is just such a feat, isn't it?
That's
why she's
incredible.
that's why she's a national treasure.
But she's never had a #1 album on the
Can't
top of the
believe
charts.
it.
That is insane, too.
How
Can't
is that?
believe
I
it.
mean,
Really?
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Don't quote us on any of that.
I would have never, but she's had a #1 single.
Number one single,
not a
not a
number
number
one
one
album on the
Yeah.
Billboard charts. Maybe on like the country music charts, #1 album, but not on the Billboard.
Yeah, it's hard with the pop, you know, because this when she was really big, 80s. I mean, you're going up against Madonna, Prince, Michael Jackson, so it would be hard to kind of knock those people out. But yeah, that's amazing to think. But like, look at her, 77, Steph.
Oh, she looks, what a babe. What a smoke
What a
show.
babe.
What a perfect way to put it.
voice. What a voice. I mean, literally, I can't believe people are saying nasty things, you know, like she shouldn't be wearing the outfit. You're as old as you feel, and she looks fantastic. Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah, and you're not going to a bake sale. She's performing.
She's not on the British Bake Off. She's not like, you know, doing the grocery shopping. She's being a cowgirl cheerleader.
Yeah.
You know?
Doing it up.
Realistically, if people don't talk crap about
Yeah.
you, you aren't powerful. And Dolly Parton is one of the most powerful people. And although we brought up the fact that she's never had a #1 album on Billboard, talk about longevity and consistency. To have 65 albums at 77 years old means that she was constantly churning and burning, which means that she has so much quality, but she also has a quantity unlike the people that we named before. Not taking anything.
No.
There's multiple ways that you can decide to go about your career, and this is what works for her, to have her in a Dallas Cowboys cheerleading costume at 77.
I think
Yeah.
it's not two things. You know, Steph, you said you're as old as you feel, and I feel like you look at the success of The Golden Bachelor. Like, that's what grandmothers look like now. That's how they feel inside. They're not like, I'll make you some cookies, Jeff. Come on in. They're like, I'm putting on my Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
They're gonna go kick it.
I don't know if that's universal.
They'll still make you some cookies.
But why can't they? You know, they've been doing, people don't smoke as much. People have been doing yoga. And I think people around her age are really, like, she is kind of the template for, like, go kick it, go be sexy, go be fun, go be you. She speaks on political issues. If you have a problem with her, she doesn't care. Donates to a library, to go does a concert. She's living her best life, and I think a lot of her audience is feeling like she represents how they feel inside. I'm Team Dolly.
I'm still picturing my grandma and Daisy.
Sorry. The rest of the show will just be silence.
Here's your $5 card, you know? All right. Sorry, Grandma. All right. Al, that vision. All right.
Sorry. That was my bad.
Speaking of dancing, Beyonce attended the premiere of her Renaissance concert movie looking like a silver star. She wore this body-hugging silver strapless gown with a long pair of silver gloves and white blonde hair. And silver was a big theme on that album. Erica Cobb taught me that. And she even encouraged people to wear silver at her concerts as well. Beyonce's bestie and Destiny's Child bandmate Kelly Rowland also embraced this silver theme. Her other Destiny Child's group mates came out to support her, like Michelle Williams, who slayed in this black bodysuit. Yes. And the 2 original members also came out. So in the film, Beyonce said she initially didn't think her daughter Blue Ivy was ready to perform on stage with her because she was only 11. Makes sense. Beyonce said she found out Blue Ivy read comments online criticizing her lackluster moves. This is like having children. This is what I don't want to, look forward to at all as a parent. But instead of quitting, She used it as motivation to work harder for future shows. That's Blue Ivy.
Yes, the Blue Ivy on the right, that was a market improvement.
Unstoppable.
I mean, but it's just, you don't know how criticism is going to affect somebody. It can make you kind of cave inward or, you know, expand outward. And for her, it was the latter. But I don't know if I would want to put my kids under that pressure.
Yeah.
But she chose to do it. And she killed it. She's got her mama and her daddy in her, but you know, not every kid's built the same.
Right. I think this is a tool that she needs in her arsenal. Blue Ivy has been scrutinized literally since the day that she was born.
Absolutely.
So
I remember that reporter and that comment she made about her being unattractive.
And
She's like 5.
talking about her hair, talking about her name, like she's always been scrutinized. So I think for her at 11 to decide to do this and then to use all of the criticism as fuel for improvement is not only going to help her on stage, it's going to help her navigate life. And I'll tell you, being at that concert, when she came out, I cried like a proud auntie. Like it was just so emotional because you see this child who they have done their best to protect her as much as they can, but she is the prodigy of 2 extremely iconic people in pop culture. So to see her grow that way, I feel more confident in her experience being able to navigate everything else that life is going to throw at her.
Yeah, I mean, at 11, I'm still learning that, reading online and knowing certain things are for motivation and certain things hurt my feelings. So at 11, that's a lot to shoulder, you know. And are there some things that aren't off limits? Like Dolly Parton, 77.
Yeah.
Let's criticize her. Blue
Not
Ivy
anymore.
is 11. Let's
Yeah.
criticize her. It's like, where's the off button?
I don't
you know what
think
I mean?
so. I think that there's always a lane for the contrarian, for the people that go against the grain, and the internet's the perfect place because it's a place where you can be anonymous and as spiteful as you want to be within limits.
I mean, that's the exact spectrum, though, isn't it? You're saying like an 11-year-old girl to a 77-year-old woman, both of which that are absolutely killing it. And like you said, Blue Ivy's had such criticism her whole life, but maybe that it will be also what makes her rise even higher and stronger and bigger than anyone else. If she can do that at age 11, imagine when she's in her 30s or 40s what she's going to be doing. She's public facing, her confidence, you can see it skyrocket from the first video to one of her last performances. And she's an entertainer in her own right. You know, she's earned that spot.
She was getting in that second video.
Oh, she looks incredible. You watch her dancing amongst the professionals, she's up there. She is up there.
She's got some big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
She's
But she's filling them. She's filling them. That's
Shout
right.
out.
That's right. Coming up on DBL, Stephanie sits down with Laura Linney. What's her relationship like with Jason Bateman after filming Ozark? And would a Barbie movie sequel ever happen? Margot Robbie is going to weigh in on the topic next.
Erica and Steph, I want to get you guys' opinion on this. You know, obviously I have kids, you know, ranging between 10 and 16. And because they don't know a world without the internet, they don't know a world without internet
But that's
comments.
what I'm saying. You're old.
And I've
In
noticed
Disney movies,
when I talk to
you're
them
still
about
the same character.
haters or things people
You know what
say,
I mean?
it does not affect them the way that it affects me. Because I'm like, how could somebody say something about Erica and Steph? But like, they're
But it also played the role where he was in a different role.
And it doesn't seem, I'm hoping,
You can't just fall back and
Well,
it won't affect them as much.
I think,
Being a model,
one,
yeah.
you get desensitized to certain things. Like, I can just think it's been 20 plus years that
Okay,
I've been a public person, so I'm used to getting scrutinized or criticized publicly. So by the time that it got to this point, it doesn't affect me. So like for some kids, it's like your kids, but for other kids, you know, if you are in a situation where you aren't necessarily accustomed to that type of like critique or feedback, it could be detrimental to your mental health.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of anything is going to wear someone down.
You got to think as well, she's grown up in a house with 2 of the most famous people on the planet. both her
Maybe
mum and
in the
dad,
top 15,
and a lot of
yeah.
obviously their friends, their networking circles. She's seen social media, she's seen the comments. I mean, people are crazy if you were to slate or say anything bad about Beyonce. I mean, I don't know what planet you're even on, but she'll have seen it through her mum, she'll have seen it through her dad. So I think she'll be a little bit more used to it. It doesn't make it right, and the fact that she's 11-year-old, people should be ashamed of themselves.
Right.
But I think she'll see them shine and grow and just continue just to be amazing. And she's like, well, you know, she's got the best of them.
Welcome back to DBL. Still picturing my grandmother and Daisy Duke.
Sorry, Jeff.
You haven't watched the last segment. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, I keep texting you that.
All right, the Barbie movie was this summer's biggest hit, bringing in $1.4 billion at the box office. So, could we see a sequel? Star Margot Robbie says she doesn't see the movie becoming a franchise with multiple sequels. Instead, Margot, who was one of the film's producers, said Barbie may just be a one-off. Let's take a look.
I think we put everything into this one. We didn't build it to be a trilogy or something. It was like Greta put everything into this movie, so I can't imagine what would be next.
All right, so that got us thinking about sequels that worked, like Back to the Future 2 and 3, The Godfather 2, Maverick, the sequel to Top Gun we all remember, but a lot of sequels flopped, a lot. Like Speed 2, Zoolander 2, I didn't even know there was Zoolander 2, Grease 2, Caddyshack 2, Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them out there.
There was a couple. Well, first of all, the biggest flop ever, and I watched it on an international flight because I always watch a movie I would never watch, Independence Day 2. I almost walked out of the plane. Yeah, it was terrible. But also, there should also be, where's the little Empire Strikes Back? That's a great sequel.
Empire Strikes Back?
Yes,
but
Star
that's like a
Wars.
franchise.
But that wasn't a franchise when they first made it. Like Star Wars was like a little independent
I think
film.
like the Marvel universe or whatever, it's a little bit different because they set the storyline up, and they usually come from books that have multiple stories in them already.
Yeah, they're so intertwined that they can like
that I don't
flip
think you
between.
can compare the two because it's easier for them. And I think a big thing is if the characters don't age, right? A little bit. If
Like
you're
The
like in a
Simpsons.
Disney, The Simpsons, right? Any kind of Disney movie, if the characters are the same ones that you remember, I feel like it has a better chance.
Yeah, so many of these that we named, I've never seen.
No, I haven't seen a lot of them
really
either.
weird. Like even the original one. But I do remember the date, what was it? Friday and then the next Friday?
Friday after next.
Yeah, that one, I was like, okay, you just can't do Friday again.
Especially because it's so good.
Right.
The original's so good.
And I have to throw this out here. I know it's going to be controversial.
No, you did not see it.
Coming to America.
I won't watch the second one because the first one's so good.
It's so good. Coming to America 2, though, did come to us at a time where we needed that. Okay, we were like still in quarantine, and there were exciting moments because of the cameos and stuff like that, but overall I was like, we probably could have got these people together and called it something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
What about you, Stephanie?
You know, I think so many flop, and it's like trying to create that magic. Sometimes I think it's more powerful to just know when to call it a day and just be like, you know what, that was beautiful in its moment, like Barbie. It was the biggest movie. Margot Robbie was the perfect Barbie. That cast was brilliant. Are you going to top it? Probably not.
But yeah,
Like,
if you
just
don't
let
top
it
it, but
be.
you only make
Let
$1
it
billion
be.
too, I think it's worth it.
Would it make that though? I don't think it would. I don't think it would hit that number again.
Now, Ken might.
Yes.
Ooh.
If there was a Ken movie, I agree. That's when it needs to be a spin-off. It needs to be a little bit different.
But then that would be maybe leading to a Barbie universe where you got the weird Barbie where she has her own storyline and Ken's got her own
Are
his
people
own
going to really
storyline.
go and watch weird Barbie movie?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Grandma Daisy Duke Barbie.
Yes. There we go. Jeff,
If you say this one more time,
Jeff hasn't heard a word
It was
we
just,
said.
listen,
That was iconic.
the Monday following Thanksgiving was just a shocking comment and image that I will forever
Then
think about
Al seemed to
Thanksgiving with.
really be believing in his own comment. He's like, you know, my grandma baking cookies and a Daisy Duke.
Yeah, hey, look,
What
we
a-
all
what
look
a
If you missed the
segment.
first segment, go back and watch it.
Yes.
You will be shocked as well. Coming up on DBL, Stephanie is going to tell us all about her chat with the lovely Laura Linney. That's next. Welcome back to DBL. She's won 2 Golden Globes, 4 Emmys. She's also been nominated for 3 Oscars and 5 Tonys.
Nice career.
That's a
I
feat
know.
right there.
Casual,
Earlier,
casual.
Seth sat down with the great Laura Linney. Take a look.
Laura, thank you so much for joining me today.
My pleasure.
So excited to see you here in Denver for the Be Beautiful, Be Yourself fashion show.
I'm so happy to be back. It's an amazing thing to be a part of. I have a neighbor who is a Down syndrome young man. And so when asked to come, it was a natural thing for me to do because I've seen him grow up and I recognize the enormous impact in a positive way he has on the rest of the world and how much he has to offer.
I'm just sick of having blood on my hands, Wendy. It doesn't bother you?
You're so desperate to be the good guy.
I read once you said you seem to play characters that people maybe don't quite like a little bit.
That's true. That's fair.
I hated you. I loved you.
Good.
I didn't know if you were my ideal heroine or just someone that was so crazy I should never look at you again.
Why do you choose everyone else over your family? Don't back out on me when we're almost done. Don't do that to me.
I know that you agreed to doing the show because of your good friend Jason Bateman. What was it that he said that lured you? Because I know you love theatre, but he lured you back onto our screen.
He did. You know, it was really, I just sort of inherently trusted him for some reason, which maybe could have been a very foolish move, but it was the right one. And you know, he just promised me that we would have a good time, and he promised me that it would be a collaborative endeavor, which it isn't always in television. And it was more than good for all of us. It was really a once-in-a-lifetime experience, yes.
Then they become family too, right?
Yeah, they do. No, I know, and we all miss each other. I think we're still grieving. I think we're still sort of, and I knew it would happen. I knew when we were making it, I was like, when this is over, we're really going to miss this.
Oh, I miss it, that's for sure. I miss you keeping me awake, stressing me out.
Well, thank you.
And obviously going back to Jason again, he's got this incredible podcast.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, the celebrities on there are just out of this world.
It's also fantastic because whenever I'm really missing him, I can just listen to it.
I bet.
You know, and it's because that type of wit and that type of fast humor and you know, that kind of very unique intellect is so him. And so it's nice. You know, I miss him, I can just throw it on.
You never know. You guys might give us a miracle in like another 5 or 10 years. Could there be an Ozark movie?
Oh God, who knows? That would be something. What would it be? What would it be?
I don't know, because I heard there was potential other endings that didn't come.
That's true.
So could one of those be revisited?
I'll float the idea.
I suppose it's his job to dance with everyone, isn't it? Some more than others.
And it would be awful of me not to bring up the movie that is all movies at Christmas. You know what I'm talking about, Love Actually, playing Sarah. Obviously, Sarah and obviously your role in Ozark both seem to have problematic brothers for very different reasons.
That's true. I have many problematic brothers.
One you
in my
murdered,
career.
pretty much, and the other one you left the hottest guy on the planet for.
I know, but I was loyal.
You was very loyal.
Yeah, loyal.
Hey, loyalty throughout both.
That's true.
Okay, that's done. Why don't you come upstairs in about 10 seconds?
10 seconds.
You've been brilliant, and I'll see you on the red carpet
Thank you. Really
as well.
nice meeting you.
Thank you, Laura.
You bet.
What a great job, Steph, and what a list of accomplishments. I would have got a little nervous after reading that and then sitting down with her.
No, she's amazing. When you look as well, like the biggest Christmas movie ever, Love Actually, she's brilliant in. Truman Show, Ozark, just the list is honestly endless, and she's up for Oscars, and she's wonderful. So, and she actually was really, really nice. What a lovely person.
And
Great cause. So it was
Megan, a
wonderful.
producer that went with you, said she shook everybody's hand in the room before.
No, she was absolutely so generous with her time, I've got to say. Most people, they're in and out, 4 minutes, that's it. She was sat with us for at least 15 minutes, chatted away about everything under the sun. She was just awesome.
Terrific job. I was a big fan, now even bigger. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's Cyber Monday, and we've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out.
Steph, let's go shopping. Tell us all about it.
It is Cyber Monday, and we are so excited to show you all of the deals today. They're fabulous. Let's shop. We've got Olympia USA Lancer 3-piece expandable hard side luggage set.
That's cute.
So this deal includes one 21-inch carry-on, one 25-inch mid-size luggage, and one 29-inch large luggage.
Love.
This 3-piece set is only $700. We have got it. 3 pieces for $139.99.
Oh my.
That's saving 80%.
Cyber Monday, favorite holiday.
Now look at this for a bit of relaxation. The RBX 8 mode shiatsu neck and shoulder massager with heat.
I can feel it now.
So this is a customer favorite on Morning Save and great to relieve any holiday stress which we might have.
Totally.
Normally it's $130. For Cyber Monday, we've got it for $25. That's saving 81%.
25 bucks for that with the heat and the, okay. Done.
Next up, we've got the Alexis Bendel Dynasty Mini Backpack.
Cute.
The backpack is made of faux leather, and this doorbuster deal is so popular, so we want to limit them. There's 3 per customer to make sure that everyone can get one. Normally, this is $70, but we've got them for just $15, saving 79%. And then this is just so cool. It's the 2-pack Cobalt color-changing LED speaker lanterns.
Whoa.
You can connect and stream your music wirelessly with Bluetooth, and you can pair the speakers together for a true stereo sound.
Rock out. So cool.
Normally these are $140 each. We've got a 2-pack for $39.99. That's saving 86%.
These are all great Cyber Monday deals, as I've expressed. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can even scan that QR code right on screen to take you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. Could not be easier or cheaper. Thank you so much, Steph.
Steph, I've asked you this before, but people stop you and say, do you do Deal Blast?
All the time.
I love that.
All the time.
Do they ask you for hookups?
Yes, they actually do.
My homies text me and ask me if stuff is good. I'll get a text. Is that shoulder massager? I'll be like, get it.
Get it. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, guys.